Hello guys, welcome to another Android Studio development tutorial. My name is Lawson Luke. So in this session, we'll be continuing from where we began, part 2 of the Android calculator application. So if you don't already have it, you can check the link in the description for the part 1 of the project. So this is part 2, this is a continuation. We'll be doing right here. So this is what we created before, if you can recall. This is the calculator interface, but then nothing is working because we haven't actually make the button clicks to work. So that's what we're going to do in this part 2 of the tutorial. So let's dive in. Alright, so what we'll do next is to come to our main activity right here, and then we'll need to call those buttons by ID, every one of them, and the text view, we need the text as well. So we need to find them by ID, find this by ID, find this by ID as well. Okay, so this doesn't look like it has an ID. I'm going to give this an ID. TXT. Let's call this input. Okay. Alright, so let's come here, have text view. Alright, so press Alt and Enter. So here we'll have it in text. Let's call this TXT input. So we're going to have buttons next. So if you check right here, in an XML layout, we have this is BTN sign, BTN cos. Okay, so what we'll do, let's have a button. Have button 1, 2, 3, 4, BTN 5, BTN 6, BTN 7, BTN 8, have BTN 9, we'll have BTN 0, BTN dot, BTN add, BTN subtract, BTN multiplication, BTN divide, they'll have BTN delete, we'll have BTN sign, BTN cos, BTN tan, BTN equals. I didn't leave anyone out. Okay, so we'll just come right here. Okay, so we need to find them by ID. So it's a BTN 1 first. So calls find view by ID. Let's check this out. So it's okay. This BTN 1, BTN 2, BTN 3. I think I kind of follow the same naming convention. Okay. BTN 0, BTN dot, BTN divide, BTN equals. Okay, so then we should find all of them by ID. So first, I think let's start with the text view on the edit text right here. So let's have txt result equals. I think this should be txt results as well. Okay, and this should be txt input. So have txt input Okay, so I think we should do btn sine. Oops. So let's so I have btn cos, we have this here. So I have btn tan. We'll have this right here. Okay, let's check it out. So we have btn sine, btn cos, btn tan. Okay, and btn delete, btn dl. So let's do for that. Okay. Okay, so let's do for this one. It's btn 1. Then we'll have btn 2. Then we'll have btn 3. Then btn 4. Should be 4 right here. And then we'll have btn 5. I'll have btn 6. I'll have btn 7. And I'll have btn 8. Come on now. I don't have btn 9. I'll have btn dot. And then we have btn 0. And then we have btn odd. Btn delete. I think we've not done that one. And this should be btn del. Let's be sure about this delete. This right here. Okay, btn del. Okay. Excuse me. Then for odd, btn plus, btn minus, btn more. Okay, so I think we should go right back to this. Okay, so we'll have btn odd That is then it should be btn plus btn more, and we have btn sub, that's for subtraction button. And what else? btn divide. Okay, so I think finally we have btn equals. Okay, so this looks good. So what we're going to do next here is to set Onclicklistener for each of these buttons. So we'll set Onclicklistener for all these buttons that we have here. Okay, so the first thing we'll do, we'll say, let's set for button 1. So we'll say btn 1. Let's set okay. So the first condition we'll say if here txt input get text that's a string that equals 0. Then we'll say txt input let's set text. We'll say let's set 1 here. Then else I will say txt input that set text. This should be txt input that get text dot to string, I think. Then we will concatenate 1 right here. Okay, so what I'm basically saying is this: if this field right here, let's go back to this. Load up. Okay, if what is here, because this is our edit text, this is where we'll be typing our values. So we're saying if this is equal to 0, okay, then we'll put 1. Otherwise, if there's already something inside of it, let me say there's 1 or there's 2, there's any other text, then we'll concatenate 1 to it. So that's what we mean by that here, by this. So I think we can test this one so we'll know how it works for the others. Then we can test this one really quick. Okay, it's taking a bit of time. Alright, it's coming up. Okay, so let's see. We'll have one taken, so we can have 1, 1 1 1 1. Otherwise, that's because of this statement here that we wrote. Okay, so we can basically do the same thing for the others. So what we can do next here is to set for button 2 right to I think button 9. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So what I'll do to save time, of course, I'm just going to copy these and duplicate them, so we won't have to be writing it from scratch all over. So this should be button 2. So here should set 2. Here should set 2. This should be button 3. Here should set 3. Here should concatenate 3. And this should be button 4. Here should set 4. Here should set 4 as well. It should be button 5. Here we'll set 5. Here we'll set 5 as well. This should be button 6. Here we'll set 6. And here we'll set 6 as well. This should be button 7. Set 7 here as well. This should be button 8. So here we'll set 8, and here we'll set 8 as well. It should be button 9. I'll set 9. I think finally for button 0. This should be for button 0. Here we'll set 0. Here we'll set 0 as well. So we can just test this quickly and see how it goes. Again. Okay, so I think it's up. So let's have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. So you can see it goes on and on. Everything working. So you can see the backspace button is not working. We can do that quickly. Let's see how we can make that work for backspace. All right. Okay, what we can do, we can see, let's set Onclicklistener for that one as well. It should be BT and Dell, I think. BT and Dell, yeah. Let's set Onclicklistener. So a new view, so we get all this here. So let me define a string right here, just call it so we'll have input txt input that gets text. The string. So I will see if this variable here, that length, is greater than 1. What I would do, see this del is equals del the substring. It should be 0. del the length. This should be -1. Okay. Now we'll set txt input set text, and then I'll pass my variable here del. Else, what I'll do, okay, what I want to do here, let me use else if del the length is less than or equal to 1. Give me some warning sign here. Okay, it's always true. This is txt. What else? Txt input. Set text. So that. Hopefully this should work. I'm just gonna compile and check again. Okay, so let's see. Blah 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 blah. So let's click on this. Oh, you can see it's working real good. Okay, so we're progressing. So we'll be writing and checking a lot. So it's not something we'll do and check at the end of the whole process. It's something we want to get immediate feedback so that we can see whether other related functions are working as well. Okay, so what we want to do next, I think, should be this add here. So let's see how we can do the add. To do the add, what we need to do, we need to declare, I think I've declared as a double right here. It's a private double. Let's call this num1. Let's call this num2. I think I'm going to need one called results here as well. So I'm going to create a boolean variable here. So let me call this add. I'll call this sub. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Let's call this divide. Let's call this sign. Call this cos. Call this tan. Hopefully, I think that should be all. So what I'll do, of course, I need to set Onclicklistener for the add button as well. So I think that should be btn add. Let's set Onclicklistener, should be new view. All right. So what we'll do here, here we'll say if txt input dot excuse me dot get text dot to string dot equals 0, or txt input the get text the get text dot I should continue on the next line dot string that equals nothing if it's empty. What we'll do, I'll say num1 is equals to results excuse me. So say else. What we'll do here, we'll say num1 equals, I'll just pass this as double, pass double, should be txt input, get text, was it? It's a string. Okay, so what I'll do next, I'm going to set I'm going to clear the field for the entry, 16 input to set text, set it to empty. Then what I'll do, for my txt results, that's what shows the result now, set text, I think I'll concatenate num1, here. Let me see. Hopefully. All right. Then what I can do here, I'll say add my boolean as equals to true. Let's check this out before we proceed. Okay, so I'm gonna see 1 plus, okay, so you can see 2. All right, so you can see we have these trailing zeros that it will always be giving trailing zeros because I will declare this as double, not as integer. And we do not want to declare it specifically as an integer, because if we declare it as an integer and then the user enters a double or a floating point, you get trouble. I think the app crashes. So, but then we have to declare it as double, so that it can also accommodate both integer and floating point numbers. But the challenge we're having now is that we have these 0.0 trailers, which I think we can write a function to remove those. So let's see how we can do that. Let's come down here. Let's create a variable. Just come down here. Create a method rather. Let's call this string. Let's call this remove 0. Let's call this string passing format input. So what I can see here, I can see if it's not format input, if it doesn't contain dots. Okay, I'm saying if this doesn't contain dots, because we do not want to remove 0.0 legit, legit 0.0 from what the person is typing. So we'll say return should be, I think it should be format input. So what I can do here next, declare an integer. Let's call this dot position. Should be format input. The index of should be dot here. So call this string, call this my new value. We call them format input substring. So this is my dot position. Here should be my former input dot length. I can see if my new var that equals should be 0.0. What I can do here, I'll say return should be format input substring should be 0. Should be my dot position now here. So I'm going to pass my return statement right here. So this should return, come on now, oops, should return format input. So what we'll do next is to call this function. That should be, I think that should be right here. Call this function right here. So what we'll do, see, this should be, I'll just pass remove trailing, remove zeros right here. Should close this here. Okay, so I think this should do the trick. So let's see. So wait for that to compile. Okay, so 1 plus, so you can see there are no trailing zeros. Okay, again. So I think that's what we'll do for the others. But before I do for multiplication, let's get the result of this one. That means we need to do for button equals. I'm going to come back to do the rest of the mathematical operation, that's multiplication and subtraction. But I just want to get the result of this one so that we can see how it goes. 1 plus 2, when I click here, it should give me the expected results. So what I'll do here, I'll set Onclicklistener for the button equals. It should be btn equals, not 8 now, equals. Set Onclicklistener should be new view. Okay, so what we'll do, we need to check if it's empty. So for instance, we need to check if the field's empty. So we can say if text details dot is empty, should be 60 input, get text, that's a string, or text details dot is empty, I think I should bring this to the next line here. Should be txt results, get text, that's a string. So what we want to do is to show, I can just show a toast message. I can actually disable the button, the equals to button. Should I even disable the, I'm just show a toast message, but you can disable the equals button if you want to do that. This should be get application context. I'll just put an input field cannot be empty. That should be comma. I'll set my toast length. Okay, so let's leave that as that. So what I'll do next here, I can see now the variable I created, which is num2, right here, which you can see. This is num2 variable. So what I can do, I can say num2 equals double pass double. So this should be txt input get text to string. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll say if add here, remember the boolean variable I created is equal to true. I think we should just check it out. So you can see here I said add equal to true. Okay, and I created the boolean variable up here, so which is add. So I'm not saying if this is equal to true, we're going to do this logic. First off, I want to set the txt input. I want to clear it up. I'll just clear it up right here. Next, I would say result equals to num1, because multiplication addition, num1 plus num2, and then I'm going to set my txt result. Set text. Just pass my result here. Then here I'll say add is equal to false. Excuse me. Let's check this out and see how it goes. So I will do 1 plus 1. We get 14.0. That's really weird. Let's do 1 plus 1. Okay, hold on. 2 plus 2, 4. How is 1 returning 7? 7. Oops, I think we've got something mixed up. btn 1, this should be it. Do we have a btn 7? Oh, we have btn 1 twice. Oops. Here. Let's work this out again. So let's do 1 plus 1 again. So we get to 2.0. We'll handle these trailing zeros. 2 7 plus 7. Okay, we get 14. I'm just remove the trailing zeros. What I can do, I'll just call that function I created again. So remove 0. I think this should do the trick. So let's do this again. Okay, so let's do 1 plus 1, so we get 2. Okay, so it makes sense. 2 plus 2, we get 4. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense. So what we can do, we'll do for the others. Here we've done for addition. I think I'm just going to do for subtraction, for multiplication, for division. At the same time, I'll just copy this and just duplicate them. So this should be mod all sub, yeah. Just take it. This should be minus. I think so. This should be multiplication, and this should be multiplication. Here, and for divide, it's kind of the same thing, but what I want to do, instead of calling um instead of calling instead of just I think I should do for divide here. Let me just change this for divide here. So instead of calling this here like this, I want to use the American Standard Code for Information Interchange symbol itself, the divide symbol. To do that, what I can do, I'll just create a variable here. I'll create a string variable. Where, okay, let's just create it here. So this is the R. So this would be U00F7, hopefully. So what I can do, I'll pass that variable right here. So I'll pass that variable right there. So I think this should work good for me. So I would say str. Okay, so we're going to test this and see if everything works fine. So 1 minus, okay, 2, it won't work because it's not let's see, 4 divide, okay, so this is plus actually. Let's say 4, let's say 4 okay, 4 divide. Okay, so you can see I have my symbol here, but it's what I wanted to do. Okay, by 2, it's not going to give us anything meaningful. Okay, because only plus is working, if you can notice. Okay, so we need to do for the others. So here, I think it's plus is working because it add equal to true. We need to change that to add equal to true for these goods. This should be sub equal to true. Sub equals true. This should be mul equal to true, and this should be divide equal to true. Just do this again and make sure that it's not working for all of them. Okay, so 2 divide by 6. Okay, so not working. So that's what actually we want to do. So now, is this the same procedure for what we did here? We can also use an if statement. What I can say if sub is equal to true. Here, I think I should just copy that. So to save me a lot of stress here. So this should be minus. So this should be sub here. Oops, just copy this. So here should be if mul is equal to true. This should be multiplication. This should be mul. Forget to make these changes, otherwise you got a weird behavior from your calculator. Should be div is equal to true. So this should be / should be div. Okay, more add sub multiplication division. So let's see what we get from there. So 1 minus 2, we get minus 1. Okay. 4 times 5, I will get 20. Okay. 4 divided by 2, we get 2. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense. And what else have we not tested? Have we done? Okay, I think everything is working. All right. So what is remaining? I think we've not done the dot but the button dot. Yeah. And we've not done the mod sine subtraction sine. Yeah. Sine cosine. I'm just do the button dots quickly. Um, button 0. I'm just gonna do that here. So button. Have we done for buttons? Okay, we're done for button 0. Let's do for button dot. Yeah. Dot. Set on Onclicklistener, new view, blah. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll say if txt input get text, the toString that equals should be 0. So I have txt that append dot here. Else what I would do, say txt input set text string. Okay, let's see how that works out. .5. Does it work? So 2 dots doesn't work. btn dots doesn't work. Let's see. Oh, I need to do this here. Okay, so that's times 2, 3. Okay, so the btn dot works fine. So what we'll do, we need to set we need to do for sine, for cos, and for tan. I think that's what is remaining for. So what we'll do, we need to set Onclicklistener for them first off. Let's come here. So let's say btn sine set Onclicklistener new view. So what I'll do, I'll see txt results set text and sine. So here I'll see sine equal to true. I'll do the same thing for cos and tan. Should be cos. And so one more. Tin tan should be tan. And this should be tan. The Boolean variable I created, remember. This should be. Okay, so let's come over here now in our equals. And so what we can do there, we need to check as well if sine is equal to true. So we can say if sine is equal to true, excuse me. So what we can do, we can say results equals math that's sine let's convert to radian, math dot to radian, so it should be num2 so I guess it's txt result will be equals actually let's set text, this would be sine I should give this sine, let's call this num2 equals results. I need to clear the txt input. Just clear that one. So here this is sine is equal to false. Okay, so let me just test this one and I'll come back and do for cos and tan. Okay, so let's see sine 30. I guess this sine 30 is 0.5. So what we can do, I think we should remove this here. Let's remove this. So let's do this again. So let's say sine 30. So we get this. So what we can do, you can see the numbers are overflowing. We can restrict this to let's come here. See here. We can actually set max right here. Max length. We'll set it to maybe 11. So let's do this again. So this is sine 30. So okay, I think 11 is too short. I should probably set it to maybe 16. That should do the trick. So while that is compiling, I'll just do for the course here. So this should be if course called true. Math.course. So this should be course is called false. So here should be turn. So if turn is called true, math.turn tangent. So let's check this out and see. So let's do this sine again, sine 30. One more. I think I should make that 15 instead. Let's make this 14. Okay, so let's try this again, sine 30. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense now. This is the course. I wrote sin 60. Okay, so let's go back to we will have a cos. Oh, I wrote sin actually instead of cos. Garbage in, garbage out. Okay. Okay, so this again cos, all right. So cos this is 60. Okay, we get this. Let's do tan 60. Okay, so we get this. So calculator works fine, exactly as it should be. So this is it, guys, for a calculator application. You can go ahead and just play around with it, and you can add your own functionalities, add your own buttons, but this is generally how it works. So every logic that you want to add is going to be built from this foundation that we've already created. So this is just a very simple basic calculator. So yours could be as complex or as simple as you want it to be. So you can actually build something that you can use for yourself, on your own Android device. So it makes a lot of sense. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. If there's any tutorial you want me to handle next, you can just let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.